Most probably you are in the same situation like every one of us. Your stock portfolio is not going well for the moment, and it's okay because there are a lot of things happening right now in the market, and it's not just DeepSeek and their announcement to have it cheaper and better in comparison to OpenAI and ChatGPT, but as well it had a big impact for the chip companies like Nvidia. So they bounced down from 142 to around 118, and do you know why? You see, the biggest tech companies are with the biggest percentage shares inside of it. You see Apple with 7.59, Nvidia with 6.66, and Microsoft with 6.28. So if one of them drops, the whole S&P 500 is dropping because they have such a big impact on that. And not even that, even more, the news with DeepSeek shuttered down a lot of markets. Trump's tariffs had a big impact because he wanted to build tariffs against Canada and Mexico. So it has as well an impact on it, but it won't stop us from investing. And if we see the performance, all of us should see it dropped a little bit down since the last time. But like I mentioned, let's go into my portfolio and I can show you what happened. And as you can see, Google fell off from 203 per share to 193. And for today's goal was to strengthen my VU investment and buy a little bit more of that. So for that, first of all, we need to transfer my money into dollar from my local currency. And we can do that under trade and convert currency. And here I will put the whole amount that I have. I have around 550 USD, I think. Yes, I have around 551 USD and I want to change that, change the currency. And if we go under my portfolio and scroll to the bottom, you see it's instantly going through. So I have around 550 USD. I will buy a little bit more of Google, but this one will not be huge. I just buy around 100 USD and set it to the market price. First, I will click on preview to see what is going on. Okay, the commissions are 35 cents. So I submit the order and my order has been submitted. Let us check if it went through or that just my order was submitted. Yes, it's just submitted and it will take a little bit more of time. It's pre-submitted, so okay. It will go through in a couple of hours. My next investment, for that I have to check how much money I have left. Around 450 USD. That is the thing that I want to buy in VU. So I buy 450 USD in VU and I click on the market price. Let us first check how it looks like. Okay, we have to change it in 455 and we can as well submit this order. And you will see in the next video that I've bought more in Google and more in my VU ETF. And that is the reason how you as well should grow your overall performance. And I will give you an update if it's going through so we can check the new numbers on my portfolio and see how it grows over the time. And I wanted to show you even more that Amazon went negative just if we look at the daily profits. So I scrolled a little bit to the right, you see the unrealized profit, it's still in a plus. And the overall performance I made around 957. Just if we look at today, a lot of stocks are not going that well. It's probably because of the tariffs, the job situations in the US, and a lot of other things like DeepSeek and how everyone races behind the AI trend and try to figure out a solution so they don't get behind. But at the end, it is a marathon. So I just invest on regular basis every month. So for that reason, if I have my VU ETF and you saw it already, a lot of companies are inside of it and I invest into that as well separately, if just in the companies which I really think they are great and will grow in the future. If you have an overall world ETF, you are most probably safe because you invest in all the companies which I would invest separately, but it would take so much money and time and check up all the time the news. So for that reason, this is a short update of my portfolio. And if you are interested, I would show you as well my crypto portfolio. And that is the reason why I just invested into VU and Alphabet. I made a couple of risky things with crypto. And if you are interested in that as well, just let me know in the comments. But I don't want to risk all of my monthly investments. So I want to have in some cases something safer. And that is for me a VU ETF where you have around 500 of the biggest US companies. And the rest is like playing money. If the money is gone, it's gone. It's completely okay. But I know I have to make risks, otherwise it will take a lot of time. And even more if you are in the beginning of your investments. That is the chance to grow it very fast. Guys, I just wanted to make a small update. You can see I bought Google and VU. You never know when the dip is on the lowest point, but it doesn't care because overall if we look into it in 5 or 10 years, you will profit in general, and it doesn't matter. And right now, everything, the whole market is dropping, and it drops very fast. So I didn't want to wait because I do it continuously for every month. So for that reason, I just bought $150 in Alphabet and as well $450 in VU. And you can see as well in VU, my average buying price is around 456, and right now it is almost at 552 per share. I just wanted to show you, you have to control your emotions, because if emotions are involved, you will start to sell stocks and not hold it for a long time. But you have to think always for the long term. And I can't look into the future, but I can promise you one thing: with tariffs from Donald Trump and as well a lot of different political influence in new technology, there will be a lot of ups and downs, and you have to get used to that. Try to think for the long term. And even if a lot of people say the S&P 500 will generate around just 3% in revenue, it's still better than nothing. And I don't believe that. A lot of people told as well Nvidia will drop because it's overvalued for a long time. But if we look at it, it's still one of the most valuable companies in the world. And I'm still waiting for the drop. So with that, guys, I hope you learned something today, and you will as well continue with your investments and do it regularly, because if you do it every month, you don't care if it's 1 month higher than the other or lower than the other, because you know you do it for the long term, and just wait for the compound interest and it will do its magic. You just have to be patient and disciplined and start with small habits and small investments, and just invest in things which you really are convinced of. And with that, thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye bye.